Hi everyone, it's Anna Wheaton here from Nudge Nudge Ink, popping on to show you another technique called the Eclipse Technique. So I have here a card that we are going to make a different version of, and it is made using a set of dies that may have slipped under the radar for you. They are in the annual catalogue. They're called Wanted to Say. And you can see there that there are 4 different words or phrases. You're too kind, happy birthday, feel better soon, and celebrate. But then there is also a shadow for each of those. That means you're cutting out a piece that outlines the text. Now, whenever you see dies in the back of the catalogue here, if you look at the bottom, it says, see these dies in use on page 35. And that gives you a much better idea of what they look like. So there, for example, is the Feel Better Soon with its outline. And over here we have the Celebrate word, which they have just used the word, not the outline. So when I was designing a Eclipse class, I thought that this would be the perfect die set to use to illustrate the technique. So what we're going to do is this is Misty Moonlight cardstock, and then this is from Bright and Beautiful, that set of papers, which goes with actually a birthday set that has balloons and so on. We're going to do a landscape card, and we're going to use the happy birthday, and then we're going to use its corresponding outline. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the happy birthday. I might put it on I'm cutting out the outline, excuse me, I'll confuse you. Putting it on the piece of DSP. So I'm going to put that into my stem, and I'll put the words on an angle, and then I had all these things ready and then I got distracted to make something else and move things. All right, now there I have my outline. There I have my little window, and there's also a little piece of the cutting there. Now, before I put my stamp cut and emboss machine away, I'll put those up there. And we're going to grab the happy birthday that is the words. So you just turn them over and you can see the difference. See, that's just outlines. This is definitely words. And we're going to cut those out using some more Misty Moonlight. I'm just wondering whether I might change my mind. I'm going to change my mind. No, I'll stay the same. Okay, and what I'm going to do is use our adhesive sheets. So these come in packs of 12 sheets, like so, that are 30 centimeters by 15. So half a sheet of DSP or scrapbooking paper. They are super good for this sort of thing. And they come, I've cut a piece off, and they're in strips. So as you can see here, these will peel off, and that's the sticky side. Now this is going to be a little bit too big. Oh, no, that's okay. So I'm going to stick that off, peel that off, stick it on here, and I'll just do the next one as well. Doesn't hurt to leave a gap, because sometimes that's a point at which you can start some peeling. That one I can put aside for another time. And I want to run this through my stem, but I don't want sticky going through there. There's a little sticky edge there. Just going to cut those off. And it's sticking to me as I try and put it in the bin. Okay. So flip this over, and I'm going to put my happy birthday on there. Let's bring the stem back in. Alrighty, now if I peel that out, Here's my happy and my birthday. Now, you probably don't need to go through and poke out all of these because they often come away just when you peel off the backing. So this is in two parts. Remember, I've got my little shadow, so I'll bring that back in and peel this off with the side of my thumb. I usually find is the best for peeling rather than a fingernail. All of those bits have popped out except for this little one, that one there. I was tossing up whether to use Berry Burst for my cutout for the words instead of Misty Moonlight, but I went with Misty Moonlight. Okay, there's birthday. All of its bits have popped out. Now, as you stick these on, just do it a little bit at a time so that you can straighten and line up the letters as you go. Like so. Something's caught in there. Ouch, damn spot. There we go. All right. And as you play with this technique, you'll find that some colors really stand out against others. I'm going to now attach this to my card front. Now, an eclipse technique means part of your card is cut out and raised. So the happy birthday is going to sit higher up than the main part of the card. You could do it the other way too. So this could be raised up, although as you can see, that's a bit problematic with these pieces. So that's probably not the best example, but that is one way to do the eclipse. I'm going to add my seal. And then these little bits that are sort of pointy, tonguey, we want to stick those down. Otherwise, they're going to flap. Okay. Now, liquid glue, return to it until it dries. So you just press it down again every now and then. I could have put some under there, but I didn't. All right, now this is the bit we're going to eclipse. So we want to set it up. For this particular card, I'm showing you eclipsing with dimensionals. By using dimensionals, you're creating a bit of a void. So once I've stuck this on, I'll show you. You can sort of see inside below the letters into like a little, they create a sort of a ledge. And so you're looking into the color under the ledge. So my dimensionals, I don't want to have them too close to the edge. They won't be hot pink because that's just the backing. Best crafting tool, fingernail. Okay, let me just get rid of those bits and pieces. Bring this back central. Flip this over. Now, I could even do 2 layers of dimensionals if I wanted to, if you really wanted to make it pop. But we'll pop that in. Now, the other thing is you could keep that little piece that was cut out of there and add it, but I am not going to because, oh no, I do have it here. I found it. Okay, so if I lift that up, you can see how we've created an eclipse. We've got just the edges showing, just like when the moon passes over the sun, or is it the sun over the moon? Little fingernail. Now this die set has lots of lovely extras. So you've got your words and your shadows. They make up 8 pieces, 4 words or phrases, 4 shadows. Then we've got this star collection, hearts, a flower, a stalk, and then a bow. And they all cut and emboss. Great thing about the stars is, I can't pick it up, is they all cut together. So a little bit of Tombow. I've cut a berry burst, and then I've got bubble bath. Want them facing a different way so that they're just not repeating the pattern. Okay, and then we've got a little present. And which just looks like a door. I could put a doorknob on it. And then you've got a bow, which we'll put on the present, and then it won't look like a door. Okay. So there you have it. Let's, oh, actually we'll get some rhinestones as well. Let's pop those on. So take your pick tool, has this putty end. So just push the rhinestone. I'll put one in the middle of each of the larger stars, a big one, medium-sized one in the middle of that bow, and then just some randoms. So there you have it. Happy birthday. Okay, that's the Eclipse technique using dimensionals. Now I'll show you the Eclipse technique another way. All right, I've got the Feel Better Soon from that set. So remember, you've got 2 dies. One has the words Feel Better Soon and one has the outline. So I've already cut Feel Better Soon out of Lemon Lolly with the sticky paper on the back. And then I've cut a number of the shadows, and I'll get back to those. I also want to cut my shadow. This is my front of my card. I'm going to cut my shadow in that DSP. Like so. I want to keep that, and I also want to keep this. Put my die aside. All right, so this is going to be my card front. Returning to these. Now, what I've done is I've cut 5 of these, and I've already stuck some together so that you don't have to just wait and watch me glue. But I'm going to show you how we glue these ones on. When you use Tombow on something like this, you want to be sparing. So some people squeeze way too much out. So you don't want to go too close to the edge. And you want to be applying it just so that I'm not squeezing very much out as I go. Oh, I've actually set a very bad example there because, anyway, I'll explain in a sec. You're going to put this on top, like so, and then you want to make sure, and using Tombow allows us to do this, that it's all lined up. So just be lining up the sides, round the edges like so, so that it is all tickety-boo and stacked straight up and down, okay? What I was saying before, I did a boo-boo, my top one actually isn't, my second top one isn't as lined up as it should be. Oh well. Now I've realised I need a different colour for my words, because lemon lolly will just disappear. There again, stacking them up. Now, see what I've got? I've got a nice solid coloured edge, and that's what we want. Now, I think if I put that on, that will disappear. We'll go with it. It's the neighbour walking their dogs. They just pull and pull. I can hear them go past every afternoon. All right, peeling this off. Remember I said many of your fill-in bits, your spaces in your letters will come with it. As you pull it out, feel better soon. Now here, oops, here, yeah, I'll leave that. Here goes the yellow, where I think maybe I should have gone for Berry Burst. Hoik those little bits out if they've ended up being stuck in there. Okay, we'll see how we go. Card base. Here's my good contrast. This is a Berry Burst layer. So all I've done for each layer is just gone down 1/2 centimetre. So this is 1/2 centimetre shorter, 1/2 centimetre narrower than the card base. Here's my Feel Better Soon. And remember, I want to add a little bit of adhesive to these tongue pieces. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I always say to people, just see, I've got that on a tilt there. So nothing's gluing yet, and I'm just making sure I'm leaving about 2.5 mil there, even space top and bottom of Berry Burst, and then I can just lower that down. Press down those little gluey bits, and then this is going to attach in here. So instead of having the sort of floating effect, where you can see in underneath, we're going to create a solid wall. Tombow takes a little while to grip, so it gives you time to do the slide. Now remember I said that in the kit, in the dies, there are these extras. So there's these flowers and a little stalk. So what I'll do is grab, I don't know why I'm using such big scissors. That's better. Okay. Now I haven't put sticky backing on these. Would be handy. And then I'm going to add one up the top here that's just not the flower on the stalk, but the flower. If I'm quick, I can tuck the leaves in behind it as it's gripping. When you cut that flower out, it also cuts out the center, that little teeny tiny center. So you could actually cut it out in another color and put a different colored center in there. I'm just trying to find one here. Here's one. So there's the flower, and this pops out. So you could replace that. Oh, I got 2 for the price of 1. You could replace that with a die cut of another color. But what I'm going to do is grab my rhinestones. No, not that size. Big ones. And put them over there. So there was a little sneak peek there of a bit of the green from a leaf coming through the hole, but we've covered it up. Okay, so here you have it. That's a Feel Better Soon. I don't know whether you think I should have done the lettering in Berry Burst or not. There's one in Berry Burst. So I'll show you the difference. This one is on dimensionals, so we can see in the side, see underneath. This one is done with the stack. So we've created a wall. Definitely easier to see in real life. And then the Happy Birthday was with dimensionals as well. And remember, you can go for 2 layers of dimensionals if you want to. So there you go. That is the Wanted to Say dies, which are in the annual catalogue, showing you the Eclipse technique. It's an easy technique, really. I have introduced dies into the technique, but of course you could do things with hole punches. So anything that creates a shape, a hole punch or a die will work for this. You can try it with the dimensionals or with the stack. I hope that's been helpful. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I'd love you to leave a comment. That'd be beautiful. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, that'd be even better. Thanks, everyone. Bye.